Morning. Morning, everybody. Morning, guys. Morning. Morning, everybody. Morning, guys. Morning. Remember to top up your live, guys. Top up your live. Share the live as you come. Mm. Top up your live, guys. Share the live. Top up your live. Share the live. Top up your live. Top up your live and share the live. Morning, guys. Morning. What's up? What's up, my people? What's up? What's up? Morning. Morning, my people, my people. Morning, guys. Happy to see you all this morning. Happy to have you all this morning, guys. Good morning. Hope I find you well this morning, everybody. We gonna look to have a little talk this morning. You know, just going to have a little talk this morning, guys. Just a little talk. Remember to like up the live and share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, guys. Morning. Guys, tap up the live and share the live. Tap up the live. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Thank you for the love, the likes, the share, guys. I have reached 5,000 subscribers. Great achievement, guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much, guys. Thank you. I'm going to do an appreciation video and put it up on YouTube, but I don't have any time for that now. Yeah. But guys, welcome. Big up to the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, the greatest Prime Minister Jamaica ever had. Guys, I post a video. It's going to premiere at 12 o'clock. Yeah, 12 o'clock. That is 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock if you're in America or that part of the world, and 11 o'clock in Jamaica. Yeah, man, we post a video. So it's going to premiere that time. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the love, the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for tuning in day by day, as we talk about our country. You know what I mean? The greatest country on planet Earth is Jamaica. Don't make nobody fool you. The greatest country on earth is Jamaica. This morning, me I talk to somebody. You understand what I mean? And when we look, the veranda full of a coconut, just pick. You understand what I mean? And when we look, the person will get mango from the tree, well ready, sweet like a sugar. Mighty God. And then they go chop banana and planting. Eh? Mighty God, there is nowhere like Jamaica. And remember, these things grows without any chemicals. These things grow without any chemical. Tell me where else, where else you go and see so much mango tree, apple tree, berry, and all different type of fruits grow without any chemical, without any fertilizer. Don't tell me. Nowhere but Jamaica. Jamaica have one of the best soil in the entire world. Jamaica have one of the best soil in the entire world. If you eat in a anything that have seeds, when you eat it and throw it on the ground, when you go there couple weeks time, it spring up ready to give you back fruits. Yeah, man. So Jamaica is one of the greatest country on earth. You understand what I mean? Yeah, man. There is no chemical in the fruits that we eat in Jamaica, man. Fresh and nice. Fresh and nice. PB morning. You understand what I mean? But hey, man, we are talking about food and you can talk about clothing. Or your materialistic, so man. We are talking about food and chemical. And you are talking about clothes. Come on, man. Come on, man. We are talking about the food that we eat. So, guys, come on, we get on to the matter, yeah. We leave that alone. Because we know it's Jamaica the best place on earth. We want to say congratulations to the big, big, big man. You understand what I mean? A youth out of the ghetto. You understand what I mean? Let me tell you something. You see, Andrew Michael Warner's story should inspire every youth in Jamaica. Not only Jamaica, but everybody across the world. If they are following Jamaica and following Jamaica Prime Minister, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wallace. I'm making a look on him good. The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wallace have come out of the ghetto in Spanish Town. A matter of fact, a lot of brilliantness came out of Spanish Town. May I tell you, some people were like artists and doctors and lawyers and so forth came out of Spanish Town. And remember, Spanish Town was the murderous place on earth. You understand what I mean? But yet still we have a lot of brilliantness that came out of Spanish Town. And the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness is one. You understand what I mean? And the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness came out of a poor family. You understand what I mean? Out of a poor family. I was on a TikTok live and I heard a guy talking about him and Andrew come from Spanish Town and the two of them were poor. You understand what I mean? He said the two of them were poor and him want to know why the prime minister gets so rich. And this guy is a PMP. He's a PMP. You understand? He support the PMP criminal organization. The guy is saying, him and Andrew come from a poor background. And he want to know why Andrew gets so rich. But at the same time, he is giving his story and said that he dropped out of school. You understand what I mean? At 9th grade. Eh? And he never see fit to send back himself to school to learn a trade or to further his education. You understand what I mean? But Andrew Michael Holness, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, have borrowed money from the Student Loan Bureau, and he have sent himself to university to get a education to better off his life and to better off his family life. You understand what I mean? He never follow the guy that dropped out at ninth grade. You understand? And the man, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, could move on to greener pastures when he graduated university. Like any other Jamaicans, he could have taken opportunities abroad and leave the country. But he had a burning desire to serve Jamaica and serve Jamaica faithfully. You understand? Serve Jamaica with dignity and pride and decency. So he decided to give his life to Jamaica. You understand what I mean? And he joined the Jamaica Labour Party government. And while he joined the Jamaica Labour Party government, he became a star within the Jamaica Labour Party government. Yes, he as the education minister. That was my first um come to with the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. He first grabbed my attention when he was the education minister. He was transforming education in Jamaica and making Jamaica and Jamaicans a better people and place when it comes on to education. You understand what I mean? And Andrew Michael Holness have been in politics now for over 30 odd years. And nobody cannot point on the Prime Minister and say that he went inside the coffin of any government. You understand what I mean? Or his name called up on any bangarang. That's not the Andrew we are talking about. You understand what I mean? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness has set an example for all of the young men in this country named Jamaica. All of us need to take a page out of the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness book. Not because you're poor, that means you must stay poor. Not because you're poor, that means you must not have an education. Not because you're poor, that means you have to have nothing in life. Not because you're poor, that means you can't go places. Not because you're poor, that means you must stay poor. And that is what the Prime Minister of Jamaica have taught us. That we can move, you understand what I mean, from where we at and to make ourselves a better persons. The self-confidence that the Prime Minister have, the determination, the burning desire to become something in this life. You understand what I mean? Listen to me. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, as a boy in Spanish Town, he didn't have it easy to just go and take up a gun like anybody else in Spanish Town. You understand what I mean? The community that he lived in could have influenced him to become less than what he is. But guess what? He hold up his head because he want to become something in this life. He had a determination. He had a vision. You understand what I mean? And he stick to it. So every young youth, every young person, not only youth, but every young persons in this country named Jamaica should take a page out of the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness book. Those people who are talking bad about the Prime Minister, they know that it's formulating rumors and misinformation and propaganda. And they believe that it's going to work, but it's not going to work. The rumors, the propagandas, the misinformation that you know is spreading about the Prime Minister. Oh no, no, say it not true. Oh no, no, say it not true. If it's true, oh no, bring oh no evidence. Everything that you know talking about the Prime Minister, right? If you don't think it is true, you don't bring no evidence. Else you don't shut up and stop mar the man name. Try to destroy the man name. Only thing the man have I name, you know. I don't try to just destroy the man name because of political gain. But guess what? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness is the best prime minister Jamaica ever had. Hands down is the best. The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness is the only prime minister. Missy, talk about the poor, talk about the needy, and really, really do something about it. Tell me which other prime minister in the history of Jamaica that you read about that cares about the people of Jamaica. You see, one thing I have recognized with the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, he remember where he's coming from. He remember where he's coming from. And if when you're coming from a place like the prime minister and you beat the odds and you become something in this life, it's very important to remember where you are coming from. Because if you don't remember where you are coming from, you're not going to know where you're going. You don't have no sense of direction. And this what I admired about the prime minister. He know where he's coming from. And that is the reason why he want to transform the entire Spanish town. And the prime minister already transforming Spanish town. Spanish town, it started to become Jamaica capital again, where you have big high-rising building, big companies going down there to build up their central offices. Digicel, Flow, Red Stripe, um, um, Scotiabank, all of these big companies are heading to Spanish Town. Grace, Lasco, all of these big companies going to go in Spanish Town and create the offices, the headquarters to develop Spanish Town. And all that we're asking Spanish Town youths to do is to just put down the gun, youth. Uno put down the gun. You understand what I mean? The Prime Minister warn Uno. The Prime Minister talk to Uno. Right? The Prime Minister talk, then talk, and talk. Then say, yo, to no put down the gun. You understand what I mean? I don't know how to kill off each other for what I don't know. Uno, come on, youth. When they call you to join the gangs, tell them no. Tell them no. When them call you to do the contract killing, tell them no. Mighty God, we can't so bloodthirsty people. We can't so bloodthirsty. We are kill off each other. We are brothers and sisters. You understand what I mean? The same way Andrew beat the odds, we can beat it too. You understand what I mean? Listen, man, let me stay focused and know what we want in this country. The Prime Minister knew that he did have it hard, even to get the student loan to send himself to university. And what the Prime Minister do? The Prime Minister came in and he removed guarantor of the student loan, that people who want to go to university, want to go to college, if they don't have any guarantor back then, they cannot borrow any money to further them education. And the Prime Minister recognized what he went through and what other people went through to send themselves to university. And the Prime Minister removed guarantor of the Student Loan Bureau, that I can go to the Student Loan Bureau and borrow money without anybody sign anything and send back myself to university and college. And the Prime Minister never end there. The Prime Minister said, okay, since some people don't want to go to university And some people don't want to go to college. Probably some people just want to learn a skill. And heart trust. The Prime Minister remove the tuition fee from Heart Trust. And the Prime Minister tell the young people, oh no, listen to me, oh no, pack up in a heart. Oh no, go and go learn a trade. Oh no, go better off in the life. The Prime Minister said, if you no go there and you no graduate with a level 4 certificate, we are going to go on $50,000 when you no graduate. The Prime Minister go as far as to say to the ward of the state, or if you're on path, go to heart. When you graduate with a level 4 certificate, I'll give you $75,000. And he never stopped there. The government did not stop there. The government said, if any of you graduate with a level 4 certificate and you graduate with a plan to start your own businesses, your own business, and you will get up to $350,000 to help you to buy the equipment to start your own business. You understand what I mean? So there is no excuse for the youths them nowadays. The government are pay out to go learn a skill. And listen to me. Believe you me no. If you learn a skill right now, youth, you no care hungry. You no care hungry because the world is short of skilled workers. The world is short of skilled workers. Youth should not just rise up, no man. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Janix. That's what I'm saying. You understand what I mean? On the rise up, youth. Youth in Jamaica, anywhere no are. You don't have to be in a Spanish town. You don't have to be in any of the ghettos. You understand what I mean? But you can rise up, especially, I mean, I call upon our men, our boys. Listen to me. You stop go on TikTok and I beg. Brother, you go look at work. You understand what I mean? You go look at work, you go look at skill, brother. Because this internet thing is not going to last. You understand what I mean? But if you have a trade, brother, nobody can talk to you. Because you work your own money, youth. Youth should rise up. Rise up and be a man. You understand what I mean? Our ladies need men. They don't need boys. You understand what I mean? Come on, people. Yo, young men. Come on. Mr. No, use the Prime Minister as an example. He's a true example of all of us. We don't have no excuse. You understand what I mean? The Prime Minister of Jamaica went through the worst crisis the world have ever faced. The COVID-19. He's a Prime Minister. He run a huge ministry. You understand what I mean? And the Prime Minister find time to get his doctorate. You understand what I mean? He's a true inspiration to all of us, and he need to be studied. When the man study for his doctorate, me a bad mind people, a bad minding for it, because that's all we do is to bad mind people in this country, bad mind each other. But we don't have to bad mind Dr. Holness for his doctorate. We don't have to bad mind him, you know. All we do, use him as an inspiration to get our doctorate too. That's all we need to do. You understand what I mean? I heard the Prime Minister say something once. He said, when other people going low, make sure that you go high. You understand what I mean? And that live within me up till today. That live within me up till today. When you see other people going low, you make sure you go high. You understand what I mean? When they try to tear you down, look to the hills, so well cometh your help, because your help cometh from the Lord, which create heaven and earth. You understand what I mean? Not let nobody mouth define you and tell you who you are. You understand what I mean? But tell yourself who you want to be and what you want to become. You understand what I mean? If the Prime Minister never have any vision, you understand what I mean? If the prime minister never have any mindset of his own, you understand what I mean? He will never become a prime minister today. You understand what I mean? We must use him as an example. And this morning, we have a massive, massive breaking news because the Prime Minister of Jamaica have become the CARICOM chairman. That is a massive news, and we want to see a big congratulations to the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wones. You understand what I mean? The man is just moving up, up and up and up. And so they try to tear him down. The man just go up and up and up and up. You understand what I mean? Listen to me. Andrew Michael Wones, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wones, have taught me something. And I read it in the Bible at all time. But I never know that I will see it with my physical eyes. You see when the Bible tell you that when the enemy rise up against you, that God will lift up a standard against them. And believe you me, everything that they said about the prime minister, so they try to demonize the prime minister, God just lift him up. You understand what I mean? God just lift him up. When also in Psalms 23, when the Bible tell you that God will prepare a table before the presence of your enemies, and Michael Wholeness have proven that God will prepare a table before your enemies. You understand what I mean? Yes, he will prepare a table before your enemy. So they try to demonize the man. So they try to talk about the man. You understand what I mean? God is just open doors for the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wholeness. Listen to me, youths. Listen to me, youths. It pay to be humble. You understand what I mean? It pay to be humble. It pay to work hard. You understand what I mean? Work hard. Work hard. You understand what I mean? Work hard, young people. Work hard, young men. Work hard, young women. You understand what I mean? Because at the end, you're going to smile again. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? You're going to benefit from your hard work. You understand what I mean? Just put out the work. Put out the work the same way how the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wholeness is putting out the work. You understand what I mean? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wholeness is the best prime minister Jamaica have ever had. I said it on this live every day. That is the best prime minister we ever had. And if we want, listen to me, I'm going to name out. I'm going to, a matter of fact, if I start to name everything that the prime minister have done since 2016, I don't have mouth, I don't have words to talk some of the things that this prime minister have done for Jamaica and Jamaicans. Guys, please look at the end of your screen. You see the thumbs up button. Please, me I beg on up. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up and like and share the live. Please give me a thumbs up, guys. Please, 24 likes. Oh God, man, no man. Bring me to 70 likes, man. Bring me to 70 likes, please. Bring me to 70 likes, guys. When we look, say Andrew Michael Wholeness is a true visionary. Andrew Michael Wholeness is a true visionary. You hear our national something said, give us vision, lest we perish. You understand what I mean? You see, Andrew Michael Wholeness is a visionary. The man recognized that there are some people in this country that never work a day in their life and they are struggling. They cannot find food to eat. And you know what the Prime Minister do? The Prime Minister create a pension scheme for these people that at the end of the month they have a pension coming in even though they never work a day in their life. You understand what I mean? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wholeness. You understand what I mean? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Wholeness You understand what I mean? The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness have created this honesty for our pensioners. You understand? So because some of our pensioners, they have highlight bills and they cannot pay the highlight bills. They cannot pay it. You understand? They cannot pay the high water bill. No, they cannot pay it. So the Prime Minister, you understand what I mean? Slash GCT of electricity from 15% to 7%. The Prime Minister go ahead and create this honesty at the Water Commission that any one of our pensioners have high water bill and cannot pay it, that they can get the entire thing right off, it no matter how much you owe. You understand what I mean? And I know some of these pensioners, they have properties that they want to sell, but because they owe water bill, they cannot sell it before they pay off the water bill. And the government gave them that opportunity. You understand what I mean? To write off the water bill and to go ahead and sell the property and live comfortable. Listen to me. Our Prime Minister, our government have raised our pensioner pension that they can receive more money. Understand what I mean? The government of Jamaica, you understand what I mean, have done so much things for the youth of this country. The PATH program, the government extend the PATH program. You understand what I mean? The government came in 2016. The minimum wage was at $6,200. And this time, right now, that we're speaking, the government move it up by $10,000, right? So so minimum wage in Jamaica right now is $16,000. You understand what I mean? 16,000. The government of Jamaica is making it easy for all of us Jamaicans. When I look and I see the government try to divest the assets in this country, the government make sure that it put aside a certain percentage that poor people can invest in it and have a part of Jamaica and to move themselves from poverty to prosperity. We have never had a prime minister like this prime minister in the history of Jamaica. You understand what I mean? And when the PNP criminal organization was in power and they divest Jamaicans assets, they don't care about the people. They don't care about the people. They sell it and they sell it to their friends and their Tapanari's friends and forget about the people of Jamaica. But this prime minister, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, have made sure that he save a portion and that the Jamaican people can invest in it and move themselves from poverty to prosperity. Yes, man. This is how this prime minister is working. This prime minister have taken on the social housing program to help the poor people of this country. The prime minister came in and the prime minister recognized that we really have some poor people in this country. And these people don't live nowhere. Nowhere. A matter of fact, some of them are people when they call home and a home, they have to say they live out a door. You understand what I mean? And the prime minister come up with the social housing program. Yeah, man. The social housing program, and the government tell the 63 members of parliament, look for 3 to 5 persons in your constituency that are very poor and live in a deplorable condition and they can't turn duck off a nest. Look for those people and make a recommendation to the government, and the government will build them a concrete house, 2 and 3 bedroom, depends on how big the family is. The government going to build them 2 and 3 bedroom with living room and kitchen and bathroom. You understand me? Yes. And the government of Jamaica, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, have delivered over 350 houses to these poor people. You understand me? And guess what, guys? We have people from Bahamas. We have prime ministers from Prime Minister from Bahamas. We have government officials from Trinidad and Tobago coming to Jamaica to study the social housing program that the government is doing to help the poor people of this country to go back to their country and implementing it. Guys, it no matter how they want to tear down the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, he's simply the best. He's simply the best. You understand what I mean? The history have already written that the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, 9 years in government, do more than what the PMP criminal organization did in the 18 and a half years. Yes, they continually to do it over and over again. And what, guys, listen to me and listen to me very careful. The government have some programs when it comes on to health and when it and medication. You see, the government is paying for cancer treatment for our Jamaicans. The government pay over $7 billion, $7 billion to provide medication for Jamaicans free of cost. I heard a elderly lady called Cliffy Hughes one morning and said to Cliff Hughes, if it wasn't the help of the government, right? For her to if it wasn't the help of the government, right, to get her medication, she said she would die a long time ago because the amount of money she have to fork out to get the type of medication that she need, she could not afford it. And because the government give her, you understand what I mean? She's alive today. That's what she said on the program, Cliff Hughes program. She said if it wasn't for the help of the government to provide the medication for her, she would pass a long time ago. And a whole heap of people in a Jamaica like this who is getting their medication from the government free of cost. If they was to afford it on their own, they would die a long time ago. You understand what I mean? This is the type of leader that we need in this country. You understand what I mean? He's doing his best. He's doing his best. And remember, guys, remember COVID-19. It took 2 years out of this government. And the government still able to perform and perform in a massive way. When we look how this government with the leadership of the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness and how he managed COVID-19. The world have to come to Jamaica to study how Jamaica pulled through COVID-19. Because the WHO predicted that thousands of Jamaicans going to die because of COVID-19. But Jamaica have proved them wrong. Jamaica have proved them wrong. And the world is asking how Jamaica do it. Our economy was growing in COVID-19. We have managed to pay off our debt in COVID-19, paying down on our debt in COVID-19. And after COVID-19, guys, we have another disaster by barrel. And the government have managed everything so well that we have bounced back stronger. Stronger. Guys, believe you me, these things we must pay keen attention to. It's not every government can manage crisis in a Jamaica. Because the PMP have shown us that they cannot manage crisis. And I want to draw your attention to something again. Actually, every disaster that hit Jamaica, right? And the Jamaica Labour Party in a government. You ever think of it? Actually, every disaster that hit Jamaica and the Jamaica Labour Party in a power. Why? Because they can handle disaster. They can handle disaster. I remember when, before the country was insured, I remember when disaster hit Jamaica, we have to run to the IMF to borrow money. And what that does to our economy? Eh? It slow down our economy. When any disaster hit us, we have to go borrow from IMF and we will send up our debt and will take a long time to bounce back. But the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness have come and take over this country and insure the country. And when burial hit, we don't have to borrow no money. We just draw down from our insurance. Some people who lost their roof, some people that lost their house completely, get up to $500,000 to rebuild the house, to put on back their roof. The fisherman, the government buy them boats and boat engine to go back to sea, to provide for themselves and their family. Which other government in the history of Jamaica, do these things? And remember, guys, this is our money that we are using to develop the people of Jamaica. The government did not borrow any money. So what? The economy did not affect it because we have our own money to spend. The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness said to the IMF, I know that you signed an agreement for us to pay off the debt and to set aside a portion of the budget to pay off our debt. But guess what I want to do? I want to put more on it, because the faster I pay off my debt is the more money I have to take care of Jamaica and take care of Jamaicans. And we heard Mark Golding and the PMP saying to us that the way this Prime Minister and the government is paying off the debt, they're not going to take that approach. They're going to pay the exact thing that the IMF said they're going to pay. But because this government want to see our debt pay off so rapidly, they pay more than what they should pay. And guess what? Because of that, Jamaica debt to GDP this fiscal year going to be 68%. And this is coming from 145% in 2016. How dare you come and talk about the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness not doing nothing for Jamaica and Jamaicans? These are big achievements, massive achievements, massive achievements. Jamaica don't recognize as a third world country anymore. Jamaica recognized as a developing nation. The IMF said Jamaica don't need the money again because Jamaica can't stand on a foot on their own. Anywhere the IMF go, the IMF using Jamaica and as example. Remember, Singapore come to Jamaica back then and study what Jamaica was doing and go back to Singapore and turn the country around. Jamaica always setting the trend. Jamaica always setting the example for other countries to follow. You understand what I mean? And we must get on board and choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. Choose the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, who is working for Jamaica and Jamaicans. You understand what I mean? Guys, believe you me, when me hear some people talk some things about this Prime Minister, it moved me. It moved me. Because some people is all about politics. And not everything we must put politics in. If the man develop the country, let the man make him stay when him there. If the man develop the country. Look at the highways where the man build. Look on the infrastructures that is going up in Jamaica. Look at the urban center in St. Thomas. St. Thomas was known for known as the forgotten parish. The Goodyear factory out there shut down under the PNP criminal organization because of one worker. Because of one worker. Lambert Brown let the Goodyear factory have to close down in St. Thomas. And they have it closed. PNP have it closed from then. But it take the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness to come and transform the entire parish of St. Thomas. The Prime Minister build roads in St. Thomas, highways, and build that urban center in St. Thomas and put St. Thomas on the map. You understand what I mean? Come on, people. Come on. The man at work. The man at work. The man at work. When we look at the amount of police station that the Prime Minister and the government have been building and repairing. When we look at the hospitals, the health centers, this government with the health minister Christopher Tufton have repaired and upgraded every clinic and health centers across Jamaica. The Prime Minister and the government is taking a massive approach when it comes on to health and upgrade, rebuild our hospitals in Jamaica. And at the end of June next year, we're going to see a transformational health system in Jamaica, because the government are doing overall in the health system in Jamaica. You understand what I mean? So people, it don't make no sense. We go back where we are coming from. It doesn't make any sense. We go back where we are coming from. It's time for us to move forward and choose Jamaica when the Prime Minister call the election. Choose Jamaica. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. Let us choose him because he's doing the work. He's putting his money where his mouth is. Poverty rate in Jamaica is the lowest we have ever seen since poverty rate started to record in this country. Unemployment is at its lowest rate since we start to record unemployment rate, 3.5%. And I heard the business owners saying to the Prime Minister, please give them the opportunity to go overseas and to seek workers to bring them to Jamaica, because they are short of workers in Jamaica. Young man, young woman, what's up? What's up? You know what, people from out of Jamaica come take up on a job them, and then you know come blame government. You know, come on, man. You know, come on. We have to do better. We have to do better. The government of Jamaica is making it possible for all of us, especially our young people. I heard the agriculture minister said that he's giving 3 acres of land to young people that want to farm, and they're going to put irrigation system in the land, and they're going to plow it the first time for you guys free. The 3 acres of land, they're going to plow it for you. Put irrigation system in it for you. All they want you to do is to come out and farm. Eat what you grow. Grow what you eat. There is no excuse. We have more opportunity now than ever before in this country. The opportunities is right at our fingertip. But all we do are bad mind each other, and we don't want to see each other with nothing whatsoever at all. If we get if we never see with one new car, they must speculate, they must talk this, they must talk that, and they don't know how you get it. They start to bad mind you for it, and they don't know how hard you work for it. When you rise up, youth, rise up and use the Prime Minister as an example. If he can come out of the ghetto and be the man that he is today, any one of us can come out there and be anything whatsoever at all. You understand what I mean? We can be anything whatsoever at all. The Prime Minister have taught us that. We don't take a page out of my book now. I don't stop for the man Golding and I come talk about how the Prime Minister born poor, so how he gets so rich. Ask Mark Golding how he gets so rich. But Mark Golding not ask himself how he gets so rich. Because we know that Mark Golding family used to own slaves in Jamaica. Mark Golding family used to own slaves, and Mark Golding wealth passed down from generation to generation. And he never satisfied. He never satisfied. He made PJ and Omar Davis to create FINSA. And over 44,000 businesses have to let this country. 44,000 businesses have to run left this country because of Mark Golding and PJ Patterson, Omar and the PMP criminal organization. In benefit from the biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. That's what Ronald Tweet said. FinSac was the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. Mark Golding benefit from it massively. Sweetheart deal from the then government. But God not sleep, master. God not sleep. A whole heap of people, doing FinSac if you take the rope. Whole heap of them drink poison because they could not believe what was taking place with their businesses and their loans. Some people who are 100,000 and then when they end up, they have to pay 100 million under the PMP criminal organization. We can't afford them the thing they are now. We reach too far if we turn back now. We reach too far if we turn back now. We need a break from the PMP criminal organization. They are not good for this country. They are not good for this country. The Jamaica Labour Party, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Lunes, is doing the work. That we allow them to do the work and to move Jamaica from poverty to prosperity. 9 years is not enough for them to do what they're supposed to do. They need more. They need more and more and more. They need the third term, the fourth term, and the fifth term. So in this general election, choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica Labour Party, led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, who is working on behalf of every citizen in this country. Every citizen. Let the PMP, them can't talk this, they can't talk that. They can do anything as they like. But one thing they cannot say about this government is that the government is not working. The PNP cannot attack the government because they know that the government is working. They cannot, the PNP and their political campaign cannot criticize crime and violence because under this government, Jamaica is seeing 44% reduction in murder so far this year. 44%. Jamaica predicted to go under 600 murder this year. Under 600. And this is coming from a high as 1500. Right? So they cannot criticize crime and violence in this country. They cannot criticize health in this country because the government is doing a massive improvement in our, when it comes on to our health. The Ministry of Health. Education, they cannot talk about education because the government is taking on education head on. Right? Only thing me hear them a criticize the government about education about the only thing me hear them a question about is that the government not building any schools. But guess what? The government don't have to build any schools in Jamaica because in 2015 the PMP closed 18 schools. 18 schools the PMP closed in 2015. So there is no need to build any schools in Jamaica. What we need to do is to improve the school system, the education system, and make sure everybody that is coming out of school, right, is able to read and write at their level. That is what important. These schools are overpopulated. The government is building additional classrooms. The government is making sure that these schools is upgraded and reach the 21st century, putting computer lab and science lab and all of these things within our schools. That's what is important. I heard the Prime Minister said that they're going to build 5 STEM school. 5 STEM school. And out of the 18 schools that the PMP have closed down in 2015, we're going to use those 5 out of those schools and build STEM schools. So when it comes down to education, the government is doing it and doing it big. Big. So guys, please, when the government call the election, when you ring the bell, remember to choose Jamaica. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party led by the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. Guys, I hear some me going to stop, I hear some me going to stop because me tired. I have to go work later. And a 14-hour shift. You understand what I mean? So me have to end here, so. You understand? But we thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for the 5,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you a lot. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, guys. I appreciate you. And guys, please remember to go over the YouTube channel. Sorry, guys. Remember to go on the channel, guys, and watch the videos. Watch the videos, guys. Please watch the videos. Like, share, and comment. Shower labor right. Third term loading. Have a great day, guys. Have a great morning. Have a great lunch, okay?